we both have corporate backgrounds, but there are some things with corporate, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
You know, you've got these rules that you have to follow. And now, you know, like we're your neighbors, we're not corporate.
All right. Welcome, Cindy of Real Massage LKN to the podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah. So first off, massage. I mean,
Yes.
who doesn't need a massage?
Everybody needs a massage.
Tell me about how you got started in this business. How did you decide to say, you know what, we're going to be doing massage therapy up here in the, Sherrills Ford, Denver area, north side of the lake?
Well, I started back in 2004. The story begins. I went to massage school in 2004 in Orlando, Florida. I'm a native Floridian.
Okay.
And just started really falling in love with therapeutic work. You know, I initially thought I would work in a spa and I would have a few clients a day and go home and it would be super easy. But I really was attracted to the therapeutic aspect of it. When I went to school, I really fell in love with anatomy and muscles and how the body moves. So that's how my career started. So I just started learning as much as I could about therapeutic massage and different pathologies and how I could help people. And in 2007, my husband and I moved to Myrtle Beach area. So that brought us to the Carolinas. He's in the hotel business, and he's also my business partner.
I was going to
in
say,
Real
he's pretty
Massage.
involved too, right?
Yes. So his job brought us to the beach area. So at that point, I couldn't really find anyone that I could partner up with. In the past, I had always rented rooms and wellness centers and whatnot. And I couldn't really find a wellness center. I couldn't really find a chiropractor that wanted to work with me. So I said, well, I guess I'll open my own practice. So I did. It was called Good Wellness, and it was just me. My first studio was, I think it was 400 square feet. It was super small. It was just like this room.
Yeah.
And that's it. But I really became, basically all my days were spent educating people on how massage wasn't just a luxury, but it was also something that could help them with medical issues. I don't want to say that we cure anything, but we can definitely help people's lives be better with massage. So I just started that. It became very successful. I was soon fully booked. And then I just grew from there. We ended up moving twice to bigger and bigger facilities. I had eventually personal training there too. So I told you it was called Good Wellness, right?
Yeah.
I had Good Wellness for 20 years.
Wow.
And yes, well, 17 years. Sorry. 2020 was the year I closed.
Okay.
Due to COVID.
Yeah.
And I thought I was retiring. So at that point, I was the main practitioner. I had people working with me, but I was pretty much the one doing everything. So I guess I was a little burnt out at that point too. My body was starting to, show.
It's not easy. It takes a toll on you. You're working hard.
It's a very physical job, yes. So my body was starting to break down, and it seemed like, with COVID, a good time to just say, all right, I did a good job. I'm very proud of what I had done. I had a lot of great clients. I had a lot of great team members. It was something I was very proud of. So I retired. And then a few years later, my husband retired, and we decided to move up here. We had been boating up here for a while.
Okay.
And coming up every year, like I said, my husband was in the hotel business.
Yeah,
so
he probably gets to visit a few different locations.
Yes. And as soon as the summer, the summer is his busy time. As soon as the summer was over in September, we always left for a couple weeks. So we started coming here and just somewhere new to boat. And when he retired, this is where we came, because we kind of felt like
You've
we
gone
felt
opposite. You've gone
we
north.
do the opposite,
You're different.
Most people move to Florida from up north. We move up north from Florida. But this is as far north as I'm going,
Yeah.
I swear. I'm still, not a lover of the cold weather.
Yeah, I mean, it gets cold here. If you go any more north, you're not going to be happy.
I like to see the snow, but then it's like, all right, I saw it,
Cool, get out
let's
of here.
get back to the warm weather.
That's
Yes,
funny.
I'm a warm weather person at heart. So, yeah, so we moved up here. We sold everything. It was one of those situations. And, driving around and talking to people and just meeting, the people that are around here, I thought, people around here could really kind of use what I used to offer.
They need a massage.
Yes. And, I started looking around at like commercial vacancies, like, that looks like a good, and making some calls. And, so I broached it to Eric, my husband, and he was on board. And with his experience in the hotel business, I think that, he oversaw grand openings and new properties being built. So he could definitely do the numbers and things like that, like the stuff that I was never interested in, like the boring stuff. He said that he could help me out with that. So we decided to
You unretired.
do it. We unretired.
My
Yes.
parents have unretired. My dad's unretired twice, and my mom's unretired once. So I understand this. Were you bored, or were you just like, I have a skill that people need?
I think I don't think I was bored. I
Okay.
just think, this would do really well. Like, I could really, when I talk about what I did a lot to people, they're like, oh, I wish something like that was here. So I just thought, there's really nothing like this around. People could use it. And, I got really excited about it. It's a whole different concept than what I was doing. I don't practice anymore. My hand is busted. I got really bad arthritis in this thumb, and that's probably because my boundaries weren't so great. Like it was hard for me to say no to people. So that's also where my husband comes in, because sometimes I feel like I want to practice again, and he's like, that's not good.
So are you able to? So you've trained people. You've been able to bring people in and train them on what you did.
That's my new passion.
Okay.
Is mentoring and training.
That's cool that you
these
own it and then
therapists.
get to mentor them at the same time.
Yes. So my big thing is, number one, I don't want people to end up with this.
Yeah.
So making sure that therapists know how to work correctly, number one, with their body mechanics, and number two, have plenty of time to practice self-care is very important to me. So we don't have like the 50-minute hour with the 10 minutes in between. There's always 15 to 30 minutes in between each session. So the therapists have plenty of time to stretch and get something to drink. And, that's something that I instill in everybody. Like, I want to make sure people are taking care of themselves.
That's good.
So that's a total, because don't do what I did. Don't burn yourself out.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that people keep loving what they're doing, and also can do it for as long as they want to do it, without getting injured.
Yeah. You've said a couple times now that when you talk to people that this solution wasn't around here. So what makes what you guys do, like, to a dummy, like massage is a massage, but it's not.
Right.
Like, I know that. It's like you coming in and being like, yeah, you just shoot video and you just do a podcast. Like, it's not. They're all different.
There's a lot of different, yeah.
What's the uniqueness in, like, the way that you practice?
Well, unique is the perfect word, because every body is unique. Like, everybody, like, you sit behind a microphone, you've got that forward posture. We all do different things all day. So what you need is going to be a lot, even if you have the same, like, I have my pain here, but it's going to be a lot different than somebody else that has a totally different type of job or whatever activities they do. So the first thing that I think makes us unique is that we treat everybody as an individual. I was talking about building time in between the sessions. That's also the time that we can take talking to every client. Like, we're not trying to rush everybody on and off the table. Everybody has an intake form that they fill in before, which is pretty typical, but you want to also sit down with the person, go over that form, and ask them, what's your day like?
Yeah, that's never
You
happened.
know?
I've gotten a few massage. That's never happened. Like
Yes.
I just walk in, they're like, lay down.
Yeah.
We're getting after it.
Yeah, like my back hurts. It's like, okay, well, what do you do for a job? Have you had any surgeries in the past? What do you do on your off time? Like, what are your hobbies? Do you play tennis? Do you play golf? Do you play pickleball? That kind of thing. That all factors into how you're feeling before a massage. So I think that that's definitely what makes us unique. And we customize our massage to that. So we've got some add-ons that we do, like hot stones, cupping, stretching. And I always say to the client, they're like, what do I need? I don't know what I need. I'm like, let the therapist decide what you need. Like,
Yeah.
let them get their hands on you. There's certain things where, if you love cupping, we'll always do cupping for you.
Yeah.
But there's certain instances where cupping is really going to be beneficial. It's going to really help us get to that deeper layer of muscle. So there's certain instances where you might not even know what it is. It's like, well, I need to use this on you. Do you mind if I use this on you? Like, let the therapist decide for you.
Yeah, I like that. I talk to a lot of people about their, like we'll just use my company for example. I talk to a lot of people that run marketing companies. And they're like, well, how do I do? I was like, well, treat it like you're a doctor. These people are coming to you for marketing services. They don't know what they need. They know what the end result is that they want. So same for you. They know what the end result is. They want to feel better.
They want to feel better.
They come to me, you want more business. Like, okay, we get it. So you got to
Yes.
ask questions to be able to prescribe the solution based on what their actual situation is.
Exactly.
Yeah. I love that approach. And, you're talking about your previous location where you had personal training and stuff like that, and being able to bring stuff like that into it kind of helps this longevity to feel better and perform better in your everyday life.
Yes.
I love that.
Move better and feel better.
Yeah. I before this, I owned a gym. So I was very into lifting heavy weights all the time and had a gym and worked out all the time. So that's when I was in my massage therapy soiree of pretty much everything that you could do. I probably had done to my body, the dry needling, the cupping, the heavy, the roller things where, gosh, it feels better when it's done, but not when it's getting done.
Well, there are ways to do it where it doesn't hurt. A lot of people say deep tissue. It's like, does it hurt? I'm like, it doesn't have to hurt.
Yeah. I needed you back then.
It might be, I always say sometimes it hurts, but it feels good at the same time. And then sometimes it just hurts. So if it just hurts, speak up because it's hurt, pain is a response where your body tenses up as a response to it. So you don't want that kind of pain because it's going to have the opposite effect that you want.
Yeah.
You want to kind of ease into it. You want to sneak up on it.
I'm interested to hear. So your husband's in this hotel industry. I think
Correct.
what the hotel industry is very good at that most small businesses don't get right all the time is like the hospitality aspect, because it is a hospitality business. Have you been able to take some of his hotel hospitality trainings and little things and be able to sprinkle it into what you do?
I think we were both really customer oriented. Like he always says I'm corporately brainwashed because, but I mean, we get back to people right away when they call us or when they email us. I think that's a big one that so many people don't, which seems crazy to me.
I know.
But, every time I call someone back that's left a voicemail, they always say, thank you so much for calling me back. It's a thing that doesn't happen, and it seems like the easiest thing.
Yeah, it's like the bare minimum.
Yes. I mean, I think we treat everyone like we would want to be treated. We are on a membership program, and my goal is to have like 90% of my clients be locals and members. And we want to know everybody. We want to make sure that they know us. And especially because we're local, we're neighbors, I think that remember their name, remember their preferences. I know if one of our clients expresses a preference for something, like they don't like the table heater on, we would put that in their notes.
Well, it's just
so the next
listening.
time they come in, we make sure that we don't have the table heater on. Or if they we've got the white noise machine, and then we also have music. There's an option. Some people want the music specifically, like it helps them relax. So we always make sure we've got that going on. So the table, we try to make the room kind of for them the way they like it. I've got one client that she dresses in layers, and she likes to have the hooks, the room with the most hooks, so she can hang all of her stuff up, so we make sure that that's done for her.
But that's something that a lot of people don't do. And they take that for granted. Mm-hmm. And like listening to what those needs are and then actually taking action to do it, that's a very unique skill.
Yes.
Not everyone has that.
Yes. And we make sure that everyone knows it too. Mm-hmm. Like the whole staff can see this. Mm-hmm. So it's not just like if she happens to be there, everyone can see she doesn't like the table heater on. So whatever therapist you get that day, we'll make sure to turn it off before you get there.
No, I think that's great. And that's one of those things I think a lot of business owners can learn from is like truly listening to your customers and making their experience stand out to them. Because you're not going to, if you go to a corporate place, mm-hmm. they're just going to do their same thing over and over again. Yes. But you're not going to feel special. And you're making these people feel individual, special. You're catering to their needs. And it's a place they're going to want to continue going.
Yes. And that was important to us, too, when we opened. Like I said, we both have corporate backgrounds. But there are some things with corporate, like, it's kind of annoying. Yeah. You've got these rules that you have to follow. And now, like we're your neighbors, we're not corporate. And like I told you, we have memberships, and people are always like, well, how much do I have to put down? What's the contract look like? How many months am I obligated? I'm like, none of that. We're just trying to make it easy for you. I want to make it as easy as possible for someone to book their massage, come in, get it, and leave without, having to deal with, the payment and all this stuff. It's all done in advance. So if you decide it's not for you, just let us know before it rolls over. You don't have to tell us in writing. You don't have to tell us so many days beforehand.
I was like that with my gym. Yeah. I was like, I want the people that want to come here to come. And then if you're not happy, I don't want you to come. That's perfectly fine. Like we're not the best fit for every single person, but if you're unhappy coming here, it's not good for anybody.
Yes. And massage works best when you do it regularly. Mm-hmm. Like if you wait till you've got 6 months of tension built up, it's going to be a lot more difficult on you and the therapist to help you out. Whereas if you come regularly every month, every 2 weeks, every week, whatever you want to do, it's going to be like 1 month of tension versus 6 months of tension. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be a little bit easier to get
it's like compounding interest.
Yeah,
you're just reversing it.
To get to the deep layers of muscle. So I'm trying to make it easy for people to come in on a regular basis. Like we want to see you as much as possible. So that's the reason for the membership, not because I want to, charge your credit card or lock you in or anything like that. It's just to make it easy. And if it's not making it easy, like you said, let me know.
Yeah. The kind of person that you're looking for or that typically would use your services, like who would that kind of person be? You've got a general type of person that comes, like who would that be?
I'd like to say it's anyone, but mostly the people we get are, a little bit on the, I don't want to say older, but 40 and up, experienced people that enjoy being active. And want to keep being active. They've got things in their life that are priority to them that they want to keep doing, and they don't want like little aches and pains to get in the way of that. They've got, sports they like to do. They've got grandkids. They like to travel. Whatever it is, there's something that they want to keep doing in their life. So we just kind of help them keep doing that.
Yeah, I've noticed it. We got a 4-year-old, and she wants me to get down on the floor and play with her. And now I sit behind a desk most of the time and edit videos and do podcasts. But getting up and down off the floor, my hips are so tight now because I am I should be stretching more, and I don't stretch enough. And it's like,
We can stretch you too.
that's something where I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I want, because I want to be able to get up and down off the floor easily so I can go play. I don't want to play Barbies, but I'll play Barbies with you. We'll get down there and play.
Come on, you want to.
So it's like, oh, that's the need. Like you're speaking exactly to someone like me, where I want to be active and be able to do those things and not have to think about it. Like, I'll play with you, but can you bring them over here up on the counter? Like, you shouldn't have to think about that.
Yes. And, you stop getting down on the floor, and one day you won't be able to anymore. Mm-hmm. That's how it, the older you get, the harder these things get. And you just, like I always tell people, don't stop, because when you stop, you'll lose that ability, and to get it back is almost impossible.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's impossible.
It's not fun,
but
though.
It's really, really hard.
Yeah.
I've worked with many people. I was a personal trainer as well with, like I always said, busted people, but, people that didn't really feel comfortable in a normal gym. I would help them out with exercise and use it or lose it.
Yeah.
So as much as we can keep people moving, the longer and better their life is going to be.
Yeah. Love it. Absolutely love it.
Some people are happy to sit in a chair all day, but my clients are not. They're like, I want to be able to, travel. I want to be able to play golf, whatever it is.
Yeah. So a lot of people, when they see your address, they see Denver. They think the west side of the lake. You're not really Denver. So
we're not Denver. Well, we are Denver. Technically, we're Denver.
Where are you guys?
We're on Slanting Bridge Road. We're right off of 150, actually. Mm-hmm. So we're right on the line of Cheryl's Ford. So
you're right near that Publix, right?
Right near the Publix.
Yeah, everyone knows new Publix over there. The
new
nice
Publix,
one.
New Chick-fil-A. We're getting stuff. Yeah.
So it's just on the north side. You get Denver people, you get the Mooresville people, but it's really Cheryl's Ford. It's got a Denver address though.
Yes, and people, like, when I tell them it's Denver, they're like, "This isn't Cheryl's Ford." Like
we have a Mooresville address, but we're 2 miles from Davidson, and so it's like it's so much easier for me to tell people we live in Davidson, because when they think Mooresville, they're thinking where this office is.
Up here,
we don't live over here. We're Davidson, but we have a Mooresville address. So I get it. I understand. You got to explain it to people. Well, awesome. I think if people haven't checked you out, or if they're a little sore or want to go see how they can feel a little better, it's definitely worth going over.
I agree.
What's the best place for people to follow you guys? Is it Instagram?
Instagram and Facebook we're on.
Okay.
So either one of those.
Awesome. So
we look at it every day. So if you message us, we'll see it.
Perfect. We'll tag everything. We'll share it down in the description. And guys, reach out. If you're sore, if you want to get a massage, if you want to just check it out, reach out. Cindy will take care of you.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you coming on, and we'll see everyone next week.
That's it? Oh, wow.